Well, hell. Welcome everybody to this video. It's me, Jack Spade. And today, I have for you the rundown my first combat in Tyranny of Dragons, an early module written for 5th edition D&D. I'll go over what I did to build up this conflict, and then highlight some details like which player got play of the game. And with that, let's roll it! As the mug hits the table, I need everyone to make a perception check, please.
Oh, I got +2 on these. I'm so good. Here we go. You guys are gonna see some sick, nasty rolls. Watch this.
For now, I'll just tell you what I roll. A2.
A2. With a 2, let's see, we have a 13, a 14, and a 13. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You just are overwhelmed with the sound of Leosin's raucous laughter and the small crowd he's gathered. He's standing on top of a couple of tables pushed together, so it's like a miniature stage. And all eyes are currently on him, and you guys can't help but kind of be distracted even in the middle of your conversations. As this time here goes on, you can hear Leosin kind of belt out in a humorous bellow. And then I tell you, that goblin just damn exploded into a million bits. It was amazing. And he stopped short, and you see his ears kind of turn to the side in a strange fashion. As you all hear. And then you hear. And the bards in the corner stop short as you all now hear screaming and running going on outside the tavern. What do? I want to take a moment to highlight here a few things I did to build up to this fight. I asked for perception checks, and even though they all failed, it still planted suspicion in the players' minds and built tension. They had meta-knowledge that something was going on. Then they had visual and auditory cues from Leosin that something was happening. He turned his head and suddenly cut off his story. Then there were more auditory cues until finally the party was asked, what do? Anticipation, tension, and suspense are all things I subject my players to as often as I can. Why? Because it's fun. Now, this combat took about 25 minutes, so for the sake of brevity, I'm only going to include some highlights and commentary. If you'd like to see a full-length cut of this combat, let me know in the comments. Okay. As you all burst into the street, you immediately see to your left... let me reveal the map as well. To your left, there are kobolds, these tiny little draconic-looking creatures. And they are heckling and harassing a man that is injured. You can see that there's some kind of wound in his side that he's holding, as well as 2 small children. And in front of him is a woman in some very, pieces of armor that are clearly too big for her, and a rather oversized sword that she's not handling very well, but she is doing her best to protect her children and spouse. And immediately around you guys, you can also see additional kobolds tearing things apart. You can see them pilfering things from various objects around. You can see them just tearing the town to shreds, and you can hear screams and smell smoke all around you. And I'm going to need everyone to roll for initiative. I recorded your 22. Okay. So you are going to go first. You burst out into the street. You can smell the smoke and burning all around you. You can see these kobolds looting ahead of you. And you also see to your left a couple with children being accosted by kobolds.
Base parents must protect.
What do you do?
These creatures are they sentient? Like, do they talk or just?
They are
Savvy.
monsters. They are irredeemably evil. Cannot be reasoned or bargained with for the most part, unless you want to try to trick them into doing something. Otherwise, they will kill you and eat you and not feel bad about it.
Lovely. Nymeria's gonna summon Sacred Flame. She's gonna go for the one that's behind the guy with the kids. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Dex save for Le Kobold. Kobold. Dex save. Let's see. I don't know why it's saying Elkis. It's not supposed to be. But that's going to be a 10. So that fails.
It does. So he's going to take
2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Yep.
Roasted.
Right.
Holy roasted Batman.
Very cool. A bright gout of flame erupts underneath the kobold and looks around for the source and sees your glowing fingertips, and is now focused on you and not the man he was about to stab.
She's going to strike that one.
Okay, go ahead.
More attacks. Non-lethal, by the way.
Non-lethal? Okay. Go ahead and roll.
10.
10 is not going to hit, unfortunately.
Okay. With my movement, though, I'm going to move here.
Okay.
How hard when I close? How hard are these two, by any chance?
The man is stable, but he is clearly not in any condition to fight. The woman looks fresh, but she is panicked.
Okay. And here I end my turn because I don't have anything else I can do.
Alrighty, Naomi.
The woman on the roof. How high up are we here?
Just
to be sure.
It's a 5-foot drop.
She will hop down, and in her hands are a pair of fans. Let's see. I think she started over there. I want to see if I can get her over here. Is that too much? No, that's about right?
Yep.
That should be around 30.
That should be fine.
She's going to try and cut down this guy
Alrighty.
right in front of her. Let's roll some hits. What do you say is the dice damage for a pair of war fans?
We can call them daggers. This would be
Daggers are fine.
D4. Or is it D6?
Hey.
Or
Daggers
dagger?
are D4s.
Yeah, they're D4s.
Let's see. I should have. Yep. Now, how do I make it do the thing? There it is. I attempt to stab the creature.
That's gonna hit. Roll D4.
Nice. I wonder if it'll let me do it like this. Does it let me do it like this? Get out of the way, dice. Get out of the way. Whoa. It rolled twice, but the first one should be a 4.
Okay. So 4 plus 1, or 3, so 7.
Yeah.
That kobold dies instantly.
First blood.
You just see Naomi, or this fox woman, just jump from the roof and stab this kobold and twist this fan blade, and the kobold goes limp and falls to the ground. All the kobolds in the area immediately begin to take notice, and they are now looking around, just looking at everyone on the field currently. Is that going to be your turn? Next is going to be Dravna.
All right. Dravna sees the kobold directly in front of him.
Yep.
He's gonna be gritting his teeth, rushing up to it. He doesn't pull out his shield. He's just gonna be gripping the hilt of his sword with both hands. And as he's rushing at it, he's just gonna grunt out, "Vile creature, to the abyss with you!" And he's just gonna slash downward, while speaking in some foreign tongue underneath his breath. So as a
Ooh.
bonus action, As a bonus action, he's gonna cast Hex.
Ah, okay.
I'm willing to bet that Naomi speaks that language. I mean, this foxwoman speaks that language. What's he say?
Let's see. All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
But yeah. So, he is casting Green Flame Blade, although I want to call it Silver Flame Blade.
Okay.
As there's like this flame that erupts from the hilt of his sword, spiraling upward around the blade. The center of it is like this blackish color, but the hue slowly transitions to this silverly glow as he slashes at it with his longsword. So,
Grin from blade.
pardon me, it's I haven't played D&D in a while, so
It's
I'm a
okay.
little rusty.
It's fine.
Does a 16 hit?
16 hits. Roll damage.
Okay, he'll take 11 slashing damage.
This kobold dies immediately.
Dravna wipes his blade downward in this diagonal direction, clobbing off his head, sweeping through the neck.
Does Green Flame Blade jump to a near target?
It jumps.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Is that a dex save?
no, it's just immediately take it. So he'll take 2 fire damage.
Nice.
It's my charisma.
Very cool.
And then Dravna will move upward, staring this kobold down with ire in his eyes. That'll be my turn.
These kobolds immediately start to visibly panic. This kobold here that I forgot to describe, that's on me. I'll point to it. This kobold here panics, and you can see that his backpack that he's wearing is rigged with some kind of bell, and he begins to sway wildly back and forth, and the bell begins to chime quite loudly. The rest of these kobolds are going to immediately forget the man and the woman they were accosting, and they're gonna gang up on Dravna here because he wielded some fire magic at them. And they're gonna both attack. They're gonna have advantage because of pack tactics.
My shield's not equipped, so my AC is 16.
16. Okay, good to know. Both of them are gonna come at you with daggers. Please roll. A 10 misses.
Yes.
Oh my god, they both rolled like trash. Yeah, they both miss. These little tiny daggers come through and you just easily parry them, the remnants of your green flame blade going out as you do so. And let's see, that's going to be the kobold's turn. At the beginning of the new round, the alarm bells get the attention of some new combatants as some very gnarly looking men appear from the surrounding buildings. And they look around and see you killing these kobolds and immediately ready their weapons.
So she was kind of keeping an eye where she's at, and she kind of noticed the connection between the bell and the other baddies appearing. So, she's gonna do this, like, war cleric move where she's gonna take her sword off her back and, like, half spin and try to chop its head off with a slashing attack.
Okay. This kobold up here? Yeah. Go ahead and move up to it.
Alright. Taking like a half step. Let's see.
In 5e, there aren't really any half steps, so you just have to move into a square.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was the total
So
on that
does,
one?
12
hits. 12 hits.
Alright.
That
and
is
it's,
their armor class.
Slashing damage, right?
Yeah.
Or
So it's with your... Yeah, just go
is
and roll
it
the
the
damage.
top one or the bottom one?
I believe it's with 2 hands, right? Or do you have your shield equipped?
I have my shield equipped.
So
it's
it'll
the
be...
top one.
Yeah, it'll be the one-handed one. 7 damage. You cleave the head off of this kobold's body, and the bell goes silent as the backpack just kind of falls to the ground. Kind of ignoring the fox girl, not really thinking that you're a threat. 25 for this guy. He's going to take a bow attack against Dravna, as he uses the cover as cover. So he uses his light crossbow. That's going to be a 5 for the first one. And
I'm curious, would I also have cover if these kobolds are in front of me?
no, they're short. They're shorter than you are.
Okay. That's right.
And then another 5. My God, you just can't be hit. Both of these arrows come at you, and you just manage to not be hit by them at all.
Okay. Is my line of sight blocked on
You
the guy that's on top of?
You currently cannot see either of the bandits from where you're standing.
Okay, so I'm gonna do half of my movement to get over here. Would I
Okay.
see them both from here?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, Nymeria's gonna yell at this guy like, "You shouldn't have come here," and I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at level 1 at him.
Okay. Oh, I saw that. That's a.
20.
Oh my God! Yes.
Nymeria
This
just
is
violence
really
today.
cool.
So
Oh
let's
my
do some
goodness.
damage. If I can get this thing to roll. Alright, so that's. Hold on. Too many pop ups.
This
Oh,
dude
no.
is gonna be vaporized.
Yeah,
He's
for
gonna
sure.
have a very bad headache.
Oh, that's just the normal
Oh.
damage. You have to roll critical.
Oh, so I double it, right?
So let's see. That's going to be 24 points of damage if we just double the result here. That's fine.
Yep.
So, yeah, total is 25 damage. Nice. That guy is... Or which bandit was it again? Sorry?
The one on top of Kyo,
The one on top of Kyo.
or next to her.
Okay. Yeah, that bandit... that bandit is pretty much obliterated.
And to end her turn, she's gonna kind of point at the other guy and be like, "Do you want to be next?"
Make an
And that'll end
intimidation
her
check with
turn.
advantage.
Give him the old spook.
Let's see.
Clap,
3.
dude. Let's go.
22, nice. With a 22, he looks at you, looks at Dravna, and then he just immediately drops his sword onto the ground and puts his hands up. The dice helped tell a story too, and they wanted the PCs to be badasses stomping kobolds and bandits left and right. Now, I would never advocate for hot streak nullification for any reason, because the players have just as many low rolls as high rolls. So I don't, and won't, increase the HP of a mook that just got crit in order to save an encounter's challenge. However, that does not mean I won't deviate from the original encounter in other ways. I didn't in this combat, but what I could have done is let the bandits be more accurate and deal more damage. There are a number of ways to crank up or down an encounter, but hot streak neutralization just ain't the way to go about it. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.